Earth was toast. Literally, a giant fireball was about to turn everything into crispy critters. I, Froggy, knew I had to get out of there. Fast. Luckily, I'd built a spaceship in my backyard. Don't ask why. It's a long story. I jumped into my spaceship and blasted off. I could see the fireball getting closer. It was like a giant pizza oven in the sky. I held my breath and punched the hyperdrive. The spaceship lurched forward and I blacked out. When I woke up, I was in a strange new land. It was full of weird creatures and talking animals, and it looked like someone had started a fire sale and forgotten the sail part. There was smoke everywhere. I later found out a big, mean Grok ran this place. He made everyone call him Your Grockiness. I wasn't really feeling the Grok vibe. It seemed like a good time to lay low and figure out my next move. The locals were called Groklings. They seemed nice enough, but they were scared of their own shadows. And whose shadows weren't they scared of? You guessed it, Your Grockiness. Grok had this whole system in place. He lived in a giant castle made of, well, who knows what. It smelled like old socks and burnt popcorn. Groklings had to pay him taxes in diamonds. Where were they supposed to get diamonds? I had no idea. One day I saw Grok's tax collectors shaking down a poor Grokling. The Grokling was crying, saying he didn't have enough diamonds. The tax collector just laughed and said, "Too bad." I knew right then and there that I had to do something. I may not be the bravest frog in the pond, but even I have my limits. This Grok character was bad news. I decided to find a way to stop him, but how? That was the million-diamond question. I needed a plan to take down Grok and free the Groklings. But first I needed diamonds, lots of diamonds. Think, Froggy, think, I muttered to myself. That's when it hit me. If I could become Grok's top tax collector, I could use my position to bring him down from the inside. So I started collecting taxes. And let me tell you, I was good at it. I was like a diamond collecting machine. I quickly rose through the ranks, becoming Grok's most trusted advisor. Well, maybe not trusted, more like tolerated. Grok started giving me more responsibility. He even let me wear a little hat with a feather in it. It was itchy, but I had to look the part. I was playing the long game here. Little did Grok know I was secretly undermining his operation at every turn. I told the Groklings to hide some of their diamonds. I even accidentally tripped and spilled Grok's coffee on his favorite throne. He wasn't too happy about that. One day I overheard Grok talking to his guards. He was planning to launch an attack on a nearby kingdom. He wanted their diamonds too. This Grok was greedier than a seagull at a picnic. I knew I had to act fast. I couldn't let Grok hurt anyone else. But what could I do? I was just one frog against an army of Groklings. Then it hit me. Remember that spaceship I mentioned earlier? I raced back to my landing spot, hoping it was still there. And wouldn't you know it, it was. I hopped in, fired up the engines and aimed for Grok's castle. It was time for a little payback. My spaceship crashed right into Grok's throne room. He was furious. But before he could grab me, I pressed another button, the self-destruct button. "See you later, Grok," I yelled as I jumped out the window. The spaceship exploded with the force of 1,000 exploding things. Grok was never seen again. The Groklings were overjoyed. They lifted me onto their shoulders and cheered. I'd saved the day.